Most falls don't happen while hurrying. They happen during ordinary walks on familiar floors. The shock isn't that you're getting clumsy. It's that tiny choices in how you walk quietly tilt the odds towards safety or toward a stumble. Stay with me. In the next minutes, you'll learn 6 therapist-approved walking tricks older adults use to stay upright in real life, on kitchen tiles, uneven sidewalks, crowded shops, and rainy steps. We'll shape your stride for stability, teach your eyes and arms to protect you, smooth turns, tame curbs, and show you how to handle distractions without inviting a fall. The surprising part? These are not workouts. They're cues. Seconds to learn, days to master, and they change everything. Small cues, big safety. Have you noticed when falls almost happen? A turn into a hallway while answering someone. A reach for the mail while thinking about dinner. A step onto a curb while scanning for traffic. Think about the last time you felt that jolt of whoa. What were your eyes doing? Where were your arms? How long were your steps? And how would your day feel if walking felt quieter, steadier, more yours? Have you ever asked, not, how far did I walk, but how did I walk? That question unlocks the first trick. Most people reach forward with a long foot, landing on a locked knee. It looks efficient. It isn't. Reaching pulls your center of mass behind your heel and steals stability. The safer pattern is the under you step. Shorter steps that land with your foot under your hips, not out front. According to physical therapists and geriatric guidelines, shorter steps with a slightly higher rhythm lower the wobble that starts many falls. Think quick, not big. Cadence steadies balance. Here's the cue that changes it fast. As you step, lift your toes gently before the foot swings and aim your heel to land first under your hip. Toes up, heel under. Why it works? Toe lifting, dorsiflexion, clears the ground so you don't catch rugs or cracks. And a heel first landing under your body stacks your skeleton so muscles don't have to rescue you. If your shoes scuff or your toes catch, this is your golden lever. Practice the toe lift sitting first. Place both feet flat, then pull your toes toward your shins 10 times. Rest. Repeat. Standing near a counter, try 5 tiny toe lifts between tasks. Your nervous system rewires with reps. It listens. Lift toes. Clear risk. Real-world picture. Margaret, 79, loved her morning kitchen loop. Coffee, window, calendar. She dragged her toes without knowing it. Her therapist gave her one sentence, toes up as you step. Within a week, her slippers stopped catching the mat. Within a month, she stopped grabbing the counter at corners. She didn't get stronger overnight. She got clearer cues. Add a second cue to the first, because they work as a pair. Narrow knees, wider feet. Many of us walk like a runway model, tightrope steps where each foot lands on the center line. Pretty on stage, risky on stairs. A slightly wider base, your feet landing under hip bones, not crossing the line, gives side-to-side stability without feeling clunky. Try this drill in a hallway. Place your hands loosely on the walls for safety and walk 5 steps while imagining 2 parallel lines under your hips. Land each foot on its own track. Shorter step, wider base, more stable, less sway. That's physics. This is also where posture earns its keep. Eyes up, chin gently tucked, chest soft and tall. When your eyes lock on the ground, you shorten your world, and your stride follows. When your eyes scan the horizon, 10 to 15 feet ahead, your brain reads the terrain early and organizes better steps. According to balance specialists, horizon gaze plus arm swing improves stride symmetry and cuts the freezing moments many people experience at doorways. Eyes lead, feet follow. Let's stitch these into a first habit set you can use today. Before you move, pause for a breath. Feel your feet. Soften your knees. Raise your toes. Step shorter than usual. Land the heel under your hip on your track. Let your hands be free so your arms can swing naturally. Repeat for 10 steps. Then notice. Your body will tell you. Shorter steps. Steadier body. A gentle debunk belongs here. Big steps make me strong. Big steps make you reach. Reaching makes you wobble. Strength comes from consistent signals, not heroic strides. Strong, not showy. There's a second insight most walkers miss. Your arms are part of your balance system, not decorations. When you clutch a bag in both hands, stuff your hands in your pockets, or text as you move, you turn off a key stabilizer. Normal arm swing counterbalances leg motion and reduces trunk rotation wobble. Therapists often cue, free your hands and let your arms move. That single change can soften side-to-side sway within steps. If carrying something is non-negotiable, use a small crossbody bag so your hands stay free. Free hands, safer steps. Proven. Now let's bring in the two rhythms idea, because rhythm is protection. Your body loves beats. It moves smoother when the brain can predict the next step. Pick a quiet count, 1, 2, 1, 2, or a breath rhythm, in 2, 3, out 2, 3. A calm rhythm discourages the sudden, long-reach step that catches toes. It also quiets anxiety, which otherwise stiffens muscles and shortens steps in the worst moments. If you feel your stride getting jerky, return to rhythm. It's a steering wheel for feet. A short sentence to anchor this first block. Toes up, steps small, arms free. Simple power. What happens when sidewalks tilt, streets get busy, or kitchen floors are wet? This is where Trick 3 starts paying rent. Walk tall toward the horizon, not down at your feet, and scan with your eyes before your feet arrive. The brain processes a moving picture better than a surprise close-up. According to rehabilitation research, previewing hazards, cracks, curbs, thresholds gives your motor system milliseconds to adjust, which is often the difference between gliding and catching. It's not vigilance, it's kindness to your reflexes. Here's the real-world drill called Look, Lock, Walk. Look ahead and spot the next change in surface, height, or crowd. Lock your posture for one breath. Soft knees, tall chest, free hands. Walk with shorter steps over the change. Then resume normal. 3 beats. No drama. Practice it on purpose. Doorway to living room rug, garage lip to driveway, curb to street. When in doubt, shorten. Shorter steps, fewer slips. Safer. Let's fold in a mini story because stories stick. Emilio, 80, used to pivot sharply at his hallway corner, partly to save time, partly from habit. Twice he nearly went down. He replaced the pivot with a bus turn, a smooth, wide arc, keeping both feet under him like a bus taking a wide corner. He paired it with a horizon glance. No drama, no stumble. 2 months later, he laughed. I stopped turning like a ballerina. I'm a bus now. Bus turns win. Spinning loses. Your ankles agree. Now, the 4th trick. Soften your landing with a heel-to-toe roll that uses the whole foot as a tripod. Heel, big toe, little toe. Many people slam the heel, then drop the whole foot like a block. That thud travels up the chain and jars balance. A smooth roll improves traction and reduces jolt. Practice standing still first. Shift weight from heel to the ball of the foot and feel pressure under the big toe, then the little toe, then back to heel. Slow, quiet. Then add 3 slow, careful steps. If you wear shoes with slippery soles, consider swapping for ones with a grippy, flexible sole so your foot can feel the floor. Feet are sensors. Let them work. A dual-fact reminder to close this learning arc. Shorter steps and toe clearance reduce trips. Horizon eyes and arm swing reduce sway. Fewer stumbles, fewer scares. Safer. If you're finding this helpful, consider subscribing. We explore calm, practical ways to move safely every week, habits that honor your body's wisdom. Now we turn to the moments where most falls hide. Starting, stopping, and turning, especially when your attention is split. That brings us to trick 5, the stop, stand, scan habit. It's a 3-beat pause you use before stepping off a curb, turning into a room, or tackling a threshold with groceries in your hand. Stop. Stand tall with soft knees and your feet on 2 tracks. Scan your path and your plan. Then go. This tiny ritual counters 2 common problems after 50. Orthostatic dips in blood pressure when you change position, and dual task costs when you try to walk and plan at once. Pausing lets blood pressure recover and gives your brain one job at a time. It feels slow. It isn't. It's efficient safety. Here's how to install it for keeps. Put small stickers at 3 transition points in your home: bedroom doorway, kitchen threshold, garage step. Each time you see the sticker, practice stop, stand, scan. After a week, remove the stickers. The habit will remain. Anchors work. Use them. We'll pair stop, stand, scan with trick 6 because they amplify each other. Turn like a bus, not a ballerina. Sharp pivots demand fast ankle strategy and perfect friction. At 80, neither is guaranteed. A bus turn is a gentle semicircle where each foot takes small steps, staying under you, arms free, eyes up. Practice in a hallway with your fingertips brushing the walls for safety. Feel how a half circle feels calmer than a spin. In busy spaces, grocery aisles, church halls, bus turns pay dividends. Curves are kind, pivots are spicy. Choose kind. Let's layer a safety booster, the one thing rule. When the environment is complicated, wet floors, crowds, pets, do one cognitive task at a time. Walk, then talk. Step, then wave. Scan, then answer. According to geriatric rehab teams, dual tasking while walking increases missteps and slows reactions in many older adults. This isn't a moral failing. It's a bandwidth limit. Respect your bandwidth, and your body will repay you. One task, one step, one safer day. You may be thinking, that all sounds good, but what about curbs? Curbs are where pride meets gravity. Bring your eyes up, your arms free, your toes lifted, your steps short, and your bus turn ready. If you use a rail, place your hand before your foot moves. If there's no rail, put your strongest foot up first when ascending, and your strongest foot down second when descending. The old therapy rhyme still helps. Up with the good, down with the bad, but only if someone has explained it gently. If both legs feel equal, think up tall, down small, big chest stepping up, small careful steps stepping down. Breathe out softly as you step. Breaths, steady steps. A quick mini story to anchor transitions. A client named Joy always fell when turning to greet people at her doorway. She changed 2 things. She parked her free hand on the doorframe before turning and used a bus turn to face the person, then let go. She also gave herself permission to say, "Give me 1 second," before moving. In 3 months, 0 falls. She didn't move slower. She moved smarter. This is a good moment to add the simplest gear tweak with big impact. Shoes that stay on and don't fight you. Avoid backless slippers that fold under your heel and slick soles that skate. Favor a low heel, a firm heel cup, a flexible front, and a rubbery tread. Your foot becomes a better tripod when the heel is held and the forefoot can flex. Comfortable is non-negotiable. Snug is security. Shoes help, quietly. Mid-video, Here's a warm invitation. If this is helping, consider subscribing. We share gentle, evidence-aligned steps each week so you can move with more confidence and joy. Let's step into the second wind with something counterintuitive. Calmer walkers fall less, not because they creep, but because they breathe. That's trick 7. Use a 3-to-3 breath rhythm to pace your steps when you feel rushed or nervous. Inhale for 3 steps, exhale for 3. Long exhale calms your nervous system. Calmer nerves mean softer knees, easier arm swing, and fewer freeze moments in doorways. If you tend to hold your breath when concentrating, this is your medicine. Breathe the pace you want your feet to keep. Breath leads, feet follow. You can practice this around the kitchen island. Start with in 2, out 2, then in 3, out 3. Never strain. If you have lung or heart conditions, keep it gentle and comfortable. According to clinicians, longer exhales activate calming pathways that loosen the pelvis and reduce that stiff, robot walk that loves to trip on thresholds. Soft breath, smooth gait. It works. Trick 8 is a cousin and a favorite of therapists: hand freedom and finger touch. When walking next to walls or counters, lightly brush your fingertips along the surface. Don't lean, just touch. Your brain uses that tiny touch to stabilize your body map in space, what scientists call sensory augmentation. It's like turning on an extra gyroscope. Many clients feel steadier immediately. If a surface is unreliable, keep hands free and ready, not busy and bound. Your hands are anti-fall tools. Treat them as such. We also have to talk about attention thieves, because the safest pattern dies when your mind gets hijacked. Doorbells, dogs, phones. When the phone rings, most people speed up and look down. That's 2 strikes. Here's your new rule. If the phone rings while you're walking, stop where you are, plant both feet, take 1 breath, then answer or ignore. You aren't slow, you're wise. A planted second is cheaper than a fractured month. At home, remove predictable traps. Replace throw rugs with grip-backed mats. Coil cords by the wall. Raise the seat you struggle to stand from. Add a nightlight low to the floor. None of this makes you old. It makes you effective. According to fall prevention programs endorsed by groups like the National Council on Aging, layered home tweaks plus gait cues reduce falls more than either alone. Environment shapes behavior. Make the ground your ally. Now we should gently fold in assistive devices, because when used well, they multiply stability. When used poorly, they create false security. If you use a cane, hold it in the hand opposite your less steady leg. Move the cane and the less steady leg together, then step through with the stronger leg. The cane widens your base. It isn't a fashion accessory. On stairs, remember the rule with rails. Lead with the cane and strong leg up the stairs, and lead with the cane and less steady leg down the stairs, keeping the rail in the stronger hand if possible. If that sounds like a tongue twister, practice 5 slow steps where you can hold a rail and think it through without distraction. Once the pattern lands, walking everywhere else feels easier. Tools help when habits lead. Let's turn to surfaces that shift: grass, gravel, snow. Combine 3 earlier tricks: shorter steps, toe lift, and bus turns. Add micro pauses when something feels uncertain. If you're stepping onto a new surface, practice the test step. Place your foot with 30% weight, feel grip, then commit. This single second prevents most slips. Test, then trust. Calm trumps fast. A forward-looking trend deserves a calm mention here. More communities are adding age-friendly design, benches every few blocks, brighter crosswalk timing, and walking groups. If your town offers a balance or Tai Chi class, show up once and feel the difference in your stride. Evidence from programs like Otago and Tai Chi for arthritis shows meaningful fall reduction through targeted practice. You don't have to join a class to benefit. Borrow the spirit. Small, precise drills done often. Precision builds protection. A brief story to braid these second wind ideas together. Lila, 84, loved her garden and feared her driveway's small slope. She installed 2 handholds at the door, practiced stop, stand, scan each time, used a bus turn to face the path, and kept her left hand free. She added the 3-3 breath when nervous and a fingertip touch on the fence for the first 5 steps. 3 weeks later, she carried a small watering can without the darting heartbeat. Her words, "The driveway didn't change. I did." That's the heart of this. You shift. The world softens. One more short, strong line for this block. Curves are kind. Pauses protect. Let's bring all 6 core tricks into one simple walking recipe you can memorize. Start with a breath. Toes up as you step. Shorter steps on 2 tracks. Eyes on the horizon, not your toes. Free your hands so your arms can swing. Stop, stand, scan at corners and curbs, then turn like a bus. If the world feels loud, breathe in 3, out 3, and keep moving. If in doubt, test the step, then commit. These aren't laws, they're levers. Pull them and watch fear drain out of your gait. If you want to train these without leaving home, try a 3-minute circuit once a day. Walk 10 calm steps in your hallway, using toes up, short steps, arms free. Pause at the doorway for stop, stand, scan. Turn back with a bus turn. Walk back. At the counter, do 5 toe lifts to train clearance and 5 heel raises to wake the calf pump. Touch the counter lightly with fingertips and shift weight side to side for 20 seconds. Repeat the hallway lap. Breathe in 3, out 3 as you go. That's it. 3 minutes. Treat it like brushing your teeth. Brushed feet don't fall. A gentle correction to close the loop on exercise myths. You don't need to work out to become a safer walker. You need to practice safer walking while you live. Build cues into chores. Bus turns while cooking. 2-track steps while carrying laundry, with the basket low, not high. Stop, stand, scan before you greet the grandkids. It's all training. Life is your gym. Let's land this softly. Walking isn't just transportation. It's a conversation between your brain, your eyes, your feet, and the ground. At any age, you can change the tone of that conversation. You now have 6 tricks older adults who rarely fall tend to share. Toes up with shorter steps under you. Eyes on the horizon with free arms. Heel to toe roll using your whole foot. Stop, stand, scan before transitions. Bus turns rather than pivots. And breath-paced steps that calm your nervous system. You also have 2 quiet multipliers. 1 task walking in complex places, and homes that stop ambushing you. None of these shout. They whisper. Whispered cues change days. If this helped you, you'll love our next video on the 5-minute balance reset. A calm routine you can do at the kitchen counter that strengthens ankles, hips, and confidence. It pairs beautifully with the walking habits you learned today. Not professional advice. Consult a qualified expert as needed. Always consult a qualified expert. And always do what feels right for you.